If you want to maximize your muscle growth, you should follow these 4 rules. First, when you work out, don't seek to get a burn or make it your goal to get a pump. These will not build muscle in and of themselves.
So the burn and pump are only one part of the muscle building equation. There are 3 primary mechanisms for muscle growth. Metabolic stress, which is the pump, which is caused by accumulation of metabolites like lactate during high rep, lower rest training. This creates an anabolic signal that can stimulate growth. Another one is mechanical tension, which is the tension experienced by muscles during resistance training, and it's the most significant driver of hypertrophy. This is achieved by progressively lifting heavier weights. And then finally, we have muscle damage. During intense workouts, particularly those emphasizing eccentric loading, we get microscopic tears in muscle fibers. The repair process makes muscles stronger and larger. So the pump or metabolic stress definitely contributes to muscle growth, but for maximum results, focus on mechanical tension and incorporate techniques that maximize all 3 mechanisms.
Instead, here's what your 2 goals should be. First, the best rep scheme. Don't prioritize high rep sets, because on any set taken to failure, only the last 5 stimulate growth. These other 15 weren't doing it. Therefore, lift heavier and reach those final 5 muscle building reps sooner. Since you're doing fewer reps, your workout will fatigue you less while stimulating the same amount of growth.
So muscle fibers are recruited progressively during a set. While the last few reps are definitely critical, the earlier reps aren't wasted. They prime the muscles by recruiting smaller motor units before engaging larger ones. Exclusively lifting heavy weights can increase the risk of joint strain, injury, and CNS fatigue. A mix of rep ranges ensures well-rounded growth. Combine intensity with volume to stimulate muscle fibers effectively.
Next, the perfect amount of rest between sets. You must understand, you're not just waiting for your muscles to recover. It's your CNS. It's what sends the signals to push your muscles hard enough. Inadequate rest, inadequate signals, less than ideal growth stimulus. After you push your hardest, it'll take your CNS about 3 minutes to recover.
Proper rest is essential for both muscle and CNS recovery. A fatigued CNS cannot generate the signals needed for peak performance. But rest periods depend on your training goals. Longer rests, 2 to 5 minutes, are ideal for strength and especially power, while shorter rests, 30 seconds to 2 minutes, can be effective for hypertrophy by increasing that metabolic stress we talked about. So tailor your rest to your goals. Use longer rest for compound lifts and strength training. For hypertrophy, moderate rest can balance recovery and metabolic stress.
Here's what I do for each type of exercise. Multi-joint upper body movements, 3 to 4 minutes. Upper body isolation, 2 to 3 minutes. Multi-joint lower body movements, 3 to 5 minutes. And lower body isolation, usually 3 minutes. Finally, keep your methods and exercises consistent each week and get stronger at them.
Consistency and progressive overload are the foundations of muscle growth. Switching exercises too frequently can hinder skill development and adaptation. But while consistency is critical, we introduce exercise variations to address individual weaknesses, asymmetries, or form errors. So stick to a consistent core of exercises, but strategically incorporate variations when needed to fix imbalances, improve movement patterns, or break through plateaus. The advice here highlights some critical factors for muscle growth, such as the importance of rest and progressive overload. However, there's nuance to training strategies. Effective programming should address all 3 mechanisms of hypertrophy, balance intensity with recovery, and adapt to individual needs.